Right, time for some more mini motorways. And I've got an idea for this video, so let's see if it comes into fruition. And I've got an idea to try and keep it interesting too. So my idea for this video, because I've not played in the map for some time, I feel like I'm going to have a go in this Tokyo map and try and beat my high score. So my best is 2062. I feel like I've learned a lot since I last played in this map. So currently in the top 15%, I'm going to try my best to beat that as much as possible. Let's see if I can make it happen. So I'm going to be utilising all of my tactics, and also just to keep the video interesting, I think what I'm going to do every time I get a weekly upgrade, I think I'm just going to say something that I spent money on in April, because at the time of recording it is actually the 2nd of May, and I know this is going to go out way later, but somebody still might find it interesting. So every time I get a weekly upgrade, I think I'm just going to look at my bank account, see what I've spent money on, see if I can remember what it is, tell you how much it was. My bank account has been static for some time, if I'm being honest. Like, I don't know, normally I get paid to spend a bit, but it's still better off than it was. And I've been in a situation for the past couple of months where it's just sort of staying around the same number, which is quite depressing, must I admit. So putting in so much work and there's barely anything to show for it. But it is what it is. I don't know, I had to pay like car insurance and stuff, so yeah. I guess I'll get my banking app ready, and then every time I get an upgrade, I'm going to go back through every single transaction. I mean, we won't get through them all. It'll be interesting to see how far we get. And in the background, I'm going to try my best to get a high score on the Tokyo map. So let's do some blocking. Try and show off that I'm supposedly intelligent. Supposedly is the key words. I'm in a bit of a predicament as well, which maybe I will get to. But I don't know. It's my first ounce of free time after being at work all week, and because it's early May, it's going to be a bank holiday weekend, which is ace. And I have actually got all 3 mornings to myself, not the afternoons but mornings. So plenty of opportunity to do recordings, and I've been, itching to just make another video. But really confused again what I should be doing. So, I mean, I know I've been dying to play Mini Motorways. Mini Motorways at the moment, and again, when this goes out, I have no idea if it'll be the same sort of situation, but Mini Motorways has been doing a lot better than the Minecraft stuff, which is fair enough, and it's Mini Motorways I've been wanting to play as I've been getting higher scores. I'll go roundabout. I don't know if that's wise. Roundabout's what I'm going for. So, first thing that I spent money on in April, let's have a look. I need to get to the right point on my bank, and I'd imagine there's going to be lots and lots of transactions, so bear with me. 7th of April. Right, I need to act on that quickly. Provisionally going to put a road in there. Yeah, and I think I can make this one come round here. My only worry is that something might spawn in here, so yeah, I don't know if I can really do the blocking technique. I'm not sure. We'll do it like that, so then if we get either a pink or a blue, we can make pink go that way, blue go that way. But I'm not sure we'll get either, to be honest. So yeah, we'll do that. I don't know if that's wise. We'll find out. We will find out. So the first thing that came out of my bank account in April was actually an Amazon order. I remember what this was. It was supposedly my costume for end of term World Book Day. And when I got to work, I was looking around, and you didn't have to come in costume, that's the thing. You could just come in non-uniform. So I was looking around thinking, okay, let's see what other people are wearing. Because I always usually just go in my uniform, but take my costume with me so I can just get changed into it. I don't want to be last year I went as a blooming cow. I don't want to be driving around. It was an inflatable costume. I wouldn't have been able to drive in it because you couldn't see out of it. It was absolutely crazy. I had a panel at either side of my head, so I couldn't even see what was around me. But yeah, this transaction is a last minute purchase. I actually bought a fake wig and some glasses, and I was going to be Scrooge for World Book Day. But when I got to work, I saw that no other teachers were dressed up in any sort of costume. I'm not being the only one doing it. I just felt like I'd be so stupid. And none of the kids, none of the students get really into it, and everybody had just come in on uniform instead of a costume. It did feel like very short notice, so maybe that's why. So. Right, time for another upgrade. I'm going to go traffic lights. And that means it's time to tell you another transaction. So I've just about told you about that Amazon one. Okay, don't like the sharp turn, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I wonder what score I'll get to. I'm sorry if I'm like half asleep. It is very early in the morning. It's like 6 a.m. But I'm free. I've got no neighbours because I'd feel bad like if I had neighbours next door and I was just making loads of noise. But I've got no neighbours at the minute, so very, very lucky. I can record whenever I want. And I'd imagine one day if I ever get like loaded, I'm gonna buy a house that's got like a recording studio at the bottom of the garden or something that I can just take myself off to, even if it's like 3 in the morning or whatever. And I've said before about my inspiration life of Tom, and he has like a basement recording room. Very jealous, very, very jealous. I feel like I'd much prefer a room at the bottom of the garden, but I don't know. So I've said about the Amazon order. That was £13.68 if you're interested for a wig and a pair of glasses, which barely got used. I mean, I put them on trying on my costume, but that was it. After that, I paid my council tax, which has reminded me I've not actually paid it for this month, so I need to pay my council tax. My council tax is actually a little bit reduced to what it should be because somehow I made an overpayment last year by accident. So my council tax for the month in April was £175.85, so nearly £200, which feels like a lot of money. But when I think about it, like I think about what you actually get for that money, and like I don't know, I like to go walking, so streetlit roads are very important for me. I could not walk down roads that are not streetlit, and obviously the council pays for that. And just other, I mean, it's too. I mean, we've got all the emergency services too that supposedly comes out of local council money, which is just crazy, absolutely crazy. So yeah, that was my council tax. I'm not at week 3 yet, am I? So I should probably wait to tell you the next bit. Or do I just keep going? I don't know. I don't know. And I don't know if anybody will find this interesting. So if you are interested in hearing my finances and what I've spent money on, please let me know. Otherwise, I don't know. Just trying to do something a little bit different to keep a video interesting. In terms of my tactics for the game, and I'm not a great multitasker. You might remember that if I ever upload that balloon London attempt. Oh gosh, I was so busy popping balloons, I got so distracted and didn't do too well in terms of the game. So anyway, it's time. We've done an upgrade. The next thing that came out of my bank account is a subscription for a maths website called MathsCloud. So MathsCloud is a website that's mainly for teachers, but students can use it too. And it's got some, in my opinion, fairly good resources. In fact, really good resources. If I was to make them by like on my own, it would take me absolutely ages. So it's got some really good resources. That, yeah, I pay £6 a month. That's how much it cost me, £6. Okay, let's send these this way, I think. I know we'll get things on the island. I'm sure you normally get yellows on the island. And I'm looking at the space I've got, and I'm not seeing like how I'm going to connect those in unless I get a motorway. I've not been very lucky yet in terms of assets, in my opinion. But yeah, I've said my transaction was £6 to MathsCloud. I pay £6 a month, so £72 in a year. But to be fair, I've been using it. It's been really, really useful because sometimes I pay it and I think, what am I paying it for? Especially if I could remake the resources myself and then I wouldn't have to pay it. But I don't know. Yeah, not sure. Not sure. I mean, I've got my own maths website, which I wanted to put those resources on, but recently as a teacher, I've been feeling a lot less motivated to make resources. I feel like, I don't know, I've realised I obviously love doing YouTube, which is not maybe the best way to spend my time. Right, we've got a bit of a complication here, although I can divert the lilac light. Oh, I could if I had enough road tiles. So we've got a bit of a crossroad situation going on here now, which isn't necessarily a problem. I know I've had this before in my Tokyo attempts. Just looking back, I can remember like where I've got stuck on really, like, I don't know, I've only played the Tokyo map apart from that weekly challenge that I was obsessed with, and maybe I should get back into some daily and weekly challenges. I did just separately play the game trying to get a high score, I think. Or was it on the weekly challenge? I can't remember, but I know I got stuck again. I was mixing all the colours together. I don't know if it was avoidable. I can't really remember. Feel free to go back in my finally in my Mini Motorways playlist and find it if you're interested. So there's another way now that I could split these colours. I could actually make use of a motorway. I might save it for when I actually need it, which I know is not wise. I always say about being proactive, trying to get the pins in early. So by what I've just done there, I have completely separated that lilac one from the pink one, which is wise. then now I'm not going to have to take turns at all. It can just keep flowing. Interesting, and I'm glad that house spawned there. That can feed into this one. My bank account is telling me it's signing me out. I'm like, no, I need you. And I've just done an upgrade and not told you something, haven't I? So my next transaction, I don't know what to do with that. I might ignore it. And I know I've got a motorway that I'm not using, so I need to keep that in mind. I think if I had to use it for anything, it would be separate these pinks. So I've got 2 pinks mixing together at the minute, which is for 2 houses is not great capacity-wise. Anyway, the fourth thing in my bank account, assuming we're in week 4 in the game, because I'm a bit lost, and I've not really been looking at the numbers, is a McDonald's transaction, £12.68. I don't know exactly where it was. Let's have a look. In Louth. Okay, so I assume that must have been when I was going to visit my sister. She doesn't live in Louth, but Louth is sort of on the way. So I'd imagine it was probably on the way back. Just grab some food if me and my partner were hungry. So that was the fourth thing I spent money on in April. Right, I'm not happy that's a circle. So, I mean, if we get more blues up here, I've got a motorway at my disposal. I can just connect those in somewhere. The biggest concern really is this one house onto there, but I could pinch one, because to be fair, there's a few houses sat there. I don't need to connect it right now. I can connect it as soon as I need to. Right, that's far from ideal, but I'm sure there's a way that we can improve it. My instinct is telling me to put a motorway in to get from this island over to that retail park. So I don't know why, but instinct always tells me that, like, if the yellow business is that side, I should put the yellow connection on that side, but the game does not function like that at all, so fingers crossed this will be okay. Right, we're about to get another upgrade, which means I'm about to tell you another transaction. Very, very exciting. It's not very exciting at all. I don't know if 1 a week is a good idea. Right, week 5, so I am keeping up all right, and we're going to grab the motorway, obviously. Keep an eye out for anything spawning, because I don't know if I'll see it. The next transaction, boringly, is just Tesco. So it's a weekly. I'd imagine a weekly shop, but it's very cheap, £22.15. So yeah, I'd imagine that was my first weekly shop in April. And sometimes I am lucky and it's really cheap, and sometimes I'm not lucky and it's quite expensive. It just depends if I need certain stuff. Right, makes sense to use a motorway for that dark blue. I'm glad it's not connected onto that business. That road there even is what I meant to say. Yeah, from what I remember, we get quite a few dark blues spawning along that side of the river. Assuming that's a river. I mean, it looks like a river. I don't know Tokyo very well. But you can see it's a river, can't you? I'm just talking rubbish. But I think you get some yellows over here too, so we'll try and keep those as separate as possible. I'm really glad we've got a blue in there, because I was honestly quite anxious about what colour house might spawn in that space. So, yeah, not sure. Quite happy about that. Right. Oh, we've got a circle upgrade. Okay. So I'm just going to send these pinks that way for now, and if we need them, I mean, I don't have a motorway spare at the moment, but there's probably a way I can find a way around it. We'll have to see. We will have to see. Right, let's speed it up a tad, because I sort of want to get to the next point of me telling you some. Okay, circle, which is great, because I've actually just squeezed another house on there, and we've got a few pink houses down here. This one's starting to struggle, so let's connect those together and separate these networks. I'm going to leave a road in there just in case I need to reroute it to this one, and I've obviously made the mistake now of letting all these come around here, so it might temporarily help that circle one out, but when it comes back, they'll only have those 2 feeders just for now, unless I connect that light blue one in up at the top. Right, let's grab that motorway. I'm going to slow the game down. Sort of happy with where that spawned, because now it can just use that light blue house. That's fantastic, and there is another one down there if I need it. So, week 6 in the game, that means the 6th transaction. It was actually fuel, so fuel again from Tesco. Now the Tesco petrol station that I'm using, they're actually knocking down right now, so it'd be really interesting to see what they are doing with that. Like, I don't know, it's very sort of unheard of for me, especially in my lifetime, for petrol stations to be demolished. They've sort of been established for some time, and I guess they're just giving it an upgrade. Really interesting to see what it looks like afterwards, because where I live, I go to the Cleethorpes Tesco, and it has. Oh gosh, I don't really want to mix them together, but I might need to. Oh right, okay. Maybe don't need to. Have I got another bridge? No, but I do have a motorway. Do I really want to use a motorway? I'm going to put a road in there provisionally and a road in there. Right, okay, maybe I do want to use a motorway. And I don't know if a long road is wise. If I'm going to use a motorway, do I just motorway straight to it? I probably should. Right, let's connect these then. And I'm, for now, just going to pop a motorway in here. But at some point, bear in mind, I can replace that for a bridge. So I'm happy that yellow network is separate. That's good. What we've got blue spawning. You're upgrading, okay. But I think that'll do okay. It's got quite a long commute, so could improve that with a motorway at some point. Be interesting to see what upgrades I get, and if I can genuinely like get a higher score. Can I beat that 2000? I feel confident. I feel like I've got the skills, but I mean, in terms of the spawn, this is a fairly standard spawn for the Tokyo map, isn't it? But I don't feel like I've been super lucky. I feel like things are really mixing together. Look how this blue one's cut up. It's coping absolutely fine. That's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. This is a concern, mainly just because it's a long commute. But again, if I get a motorway like that, look, just put a giant motorway in. It can go at lightning speed. Look how fast that was going. It's strange how they start slow and then gradually get faster and faster and faster, and then near the end they're like whizzing. Look, crazy, absolutely crazy. So I'm just thinking most of the blue houses are down here, so it might make sense to move the motorway down closer to the houses. Right, grab the bridge. I guess being proactive, I'm gonna swap that for a bridge as soon as possible, so then I've got a free motorway for if I need it. I'm looking at this pink network that's struggling, and we can motorway that down to that one. So replace this with a bridge, put a pink motorway in. That is my plan. Let's see if we can make it work. Okay, a lilac spawning. It looks like we're going to get a lilac community in the top left corner. I keep getting really tempted to move my camera to the bottom left corner of my videos instead of the bottom right corner. But then I keep leaving it, and then at the minute there's nothing in the bottom right corner, so it's not a problem. But sometimes in my videos there are things in the bottom right corner. Right, let's get all... Oh, I've run out of road tiles. That is a bit of an issue. Although there's a lot of road tiles that I've wasted in certain places, but I sort of don't want to despawn them. Am I going to regret it? Probably. I might send that way, actually. Okay. Oh, there's just things spawning all over. So I'm glad we've got lots of pinks coming down here. I plan to motorway those to that circular one, and then we can just leave those two houses to support that business. It's just coping at the minute, but obviously we don't want it to be just coping is the thing. I'm just thinking that's obviously upgraded to a circle, so it's going to need some more houses at some point. And at the minute, I mean, yeah, that one spawned, so I can just send it that way. I could put a road in here as well. Let's do something like this maybe. And I can actually put one in there too, across to these if I need to. So 3 options. I'm not panicking. I'm not panicking. Right, yeah, that was sort of expected. I'm being very risky. Oh, I've got a motorway. Oh, but I haven't got the road tiles. Right, so just temporarily, I'm going to... It's not what I want to do at all. I need to get some more road tiles, which I'm very close to getting. Got a motorway in there. These 2 houses can support that for now, and then those 2 houses can just focus on that one. And hopefully that'll just, yeah, solve a few problems. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Right, send that way. Yeah, I've got 1 road tile. So where's my 1 road tile best used? Probably there. I think. You tell me, was that the wisest use of my 1 road tile? I should probably be like pinching a road tile from here and pinching those ones. I sort of want to leave those in so nothing spawns in the way. Oh, interesting. Okay, so we've got purple community. Oh, temptation is to go for the bridge. And I'm on week 8. I need to make sure that I'm going through these. So let me just talk about this. I don't know, is anyone bothered? I really don't know. So week 8, how many have I done? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I need to do 2. So my next transaction is Netflix. I have the cheap version of Netflix at $5.99. And then there's actually a refund from McDonald's because partner works at McDonald's and we get staff discount. But we got like wrongly charged for something, so they refunded a bit of money, which is fine by me. Right, so I think they're the same colour, and it makes sense to me just because they're so close, and I'm glad I've got all these purples to support that circular one, to maybe have a bit of a crossroads situation going on. Now I know that's maybe not the ideal. We can put traffic lights on that junction. I have got some traffic lights. If it gets really busy, just to let it take turns. What I really don't want is these yellows mixing with those purples. So maybe, thinking ahead, There's a lot going on in the game. There's a lot of upgrades I want to do. And things are just going to keep spawning, aren't they? This is the map where it just goes mental, doesn't it? So if we get rid of that bridge, say I've got another one, so it might let us put it in. Yeah, there we go. So now I've completely separated those yellow ones, which is good. Yeah, I've got things spawning everywhere. So, oh, that's coping fine. That is coping absolutely fine at the minute, which is ace. Right, other upgrades I wanted or needed then. This is obviously struggling. Let's get these houses connected in. Now I've got the road tiles. Maybe something like this. So they're all going to come to the rescue, hopefully. What spawned over here? A blue one. Yeah, we've got lots of blue spawning, so maybe we're going to get another blue business, or it's going to turn into a blue circle. I think that should be fine now. Now that this is connected to all those purple houses, maybe we could do with a bit of a roundabout in here to let it take turns a bit better. Something, yeah, we'll pop it there, like that, just to let it flow. Otherwise, save the congestion problems. Hopefully that will work. Right, so there's no colours I'm particularly concerned about. I've done all my transactions, haven't I? It's getting stressful. Probably very boring video, but I don't know. Is this sort of thing making it more interesting? I'm not sure. I'm going to keep losing track as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I've done those. And transaction 9 is not a very exciting one either. You'll think, what? You're going to think I'm crazy. We'll see. We will see. Right, I'm tempted to send that way just based on where it's spawned. Okay, I'll have the motorway, thank you. So week 9, transaction 9 in April was another McDonald's transaction. It's only for £10.81. I'm assuming it was breakfast, but I don't know. Oh, maybe not. It says it was in Louth again. So was it another visit to my sister's house? Maybe, I don't know. Because to be fair, I think me and my partner went to visit my sister not long after she'd got a house, like literally as soon as I'd got free time. Because she really wanted me to come over like straight away, I think, which I get. I absolutely get it. So I mean, I wasn't like that, but everyone's different. I think she just wanted to show me her house, which is fair enough. I don't mind seeing it. I love houses, and I'm just really interested in that. I don't know why. I don't know if you figured that from my Minecraft series, which I don't know if it is. Please go look at the Minecraft series because, yeah, I don't know. I really think that is the sort of thing I wish I could watch another YouTuber doing every day. In the meantime, I will be putting things out there. I'll be putting things out there. If anyone else wants to give it a go, feel free. Right. I feel like I'm doing logical things, connecting. I've not been explaining what I'm doing, but hopefully, if you're watching, maybe people have been doing like background viewing. I don't know. I'm feeling confident that I might get a good score on this. It's looking all right at the minute. I've probably just jinxed it. To get ready for the next transaction. I bet it's signed me out. Oh, it hasn't signed me out. I'm very surprised. Oh, technical problems. So I might not be able. Do I need to sign back in? I think I need to sign back in. Let me close the app and restart the app. Okay, out of road tiles. I don't think I'm going to need them though. We'll see. A light blue up there. Interesting. And we just had a lilac spawn. So, yeah, might have to share that network, I think. Oh, another one. Oh, that's a different purple though, isn't it? And I'm out of road tiles at the minute, which is not ideal. I have got a motorway at my disposal, so I should use that motorway. And it's Sunday, so we're going to get an upgrade. Oh, interesting placement. There's a dark blue in this bottom right corner, which I'm assuming you can see. Right, week 10. So I'll tell you transaction 10. And out of those options, I think I'll go for a bridge. Now I'm going to pause the game while I sort out upgrades, and let me tell you what the transaction was. I don't know if anyone's bothered. I'm really sorry if you're not bothered. I bet people are switching the video off. I need to go back to where I was now because I've had to restart the app. It's lost where I was up to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've lost count. Oh no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right, my 10th transaction was to British Gas for my gas and electric bill. How exciting. Interestingly set at £65 a month direct debit, which I think is really good. I'm quite pleased with that. Let's get all this connected in. Oh, I don't know what to do with that. Where have we had any extras spawn? Yeah, over here. Not really where we want them. So I might do, got a motorway. I think I'm going to do a separate little purple community. Do I leave that in? A waste of road tiles. I don't know where to make it go. Maybe just make it go like that. Don't know if this is wise at all. Seems a bit random. Maybe like this. Don't know. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Right, I don't know what my plan was with that. I like to try and think like where I want the streets to go to stop things spawning in, but I'm not sure I've really thought that through. Oh, maybe I have, look. Right. Yeah, am I going to regret not using it for Lilac? I mean, temporarily, I've got 2 bridges. I'm just tempted to latch it onto this network, which I know is going to cause congestion problems. So not the wisest choice, but it solves the problem. And there are plenty of houses on that network. So fingers crossed that is a wise choice. Okay, I've ran myself out of road tiles. I didn't see that little blue spawn there. Right, it's just getting to survival mode on the game, isn't it? Where things spawn constantly. I'm about halfway to my high score, 1000. Yeah, not bad. Will I get a high score? I should do. I mean, at the moment, things are looking rosy, I reckon. Again, hoping I'm not jinxing it. It's good that that's there. We can connect that onto that pink network. What just spawned? A blue one. Out of road tiles, so we'll manage for now. Transaction 11, I wonder what it'll be. What will it be? Where did I get to? I said British Gas. So the one after is my, yeah, do I want to say? I literally just fill all the empty time with my transactions in April. I've probably got more exciting things I could talk about in the video. But also, it's like 6 AM and I'm half asleep. I don't know. I just felt like playing more mini motorways, and I've actually got like loads of mini motorways recordings, and I don't know, like, do I just make myself do loads, and then if I've got loads, start uploading them like daily? I mean, I can't promise to that, but I think if I did it daily, people would lose interest. I think sometimes a bit of a wait can keep people interested. I mean, that's Cadbury's tactic with the cream egg, isn't it? But this isn't blooming cream eggs, it's mini motorways. Is this pink at max capacity? It looks like it. So that's an improvement we can make. This one's quite busy, although it's got, there's a house sat there, so it can't be at max capacity. House sat there, car sat there. Something spawned somewhere and I didn't see what it was. Was it just a purple one? I'm not sure. So everything's doing okay, but I would just say okay. There's definitely improvements I can make to this network. I'm going to put that blue on that network to start with. I think if anything, really we want motorways, don't we, of course. A road tiles would be handy because there's certain things that I just can't do because I've not got enough road tiles at the minute. Right, and we could do with separating those networks, couldn't we? But really need the road tiles. But we're going to get an upgrade. That is a tough call. I'm actually going to go for the road tiles, which I wouldn't normally do, just because I'm feeling myself needing them quite a bit. So I'll pause the game. Yeah, in fact, I'll keep the game going. Transaction 11 was my mortgage payment. And I don't know if I want to say how much my mortgage payment is. I will just say that I fixed my mortgage payment like years ago, 3 years ago, before I bought the house, when I didn't really know a lot about what I was doing, and I don't know if I regret it or not. I think it was maybe quite silly to fix my mortgage at the interest it was at, but I didn't know much about it or much about the market, and unfortunately my family weren't super helpful. Is what it is. I was given some advice, but it was very much, I don't know what's going to happen, you choose. And it's like, great, well, I don't know what I'm talking about, so I don't know, maybe should have done more research, but I don't know, when I looked at things like that, it just says loads of words that I didn't understand. So I fixed my mortgage payment. I'm just ignoring this, which is not wise. We know that is not wise. What can I do? Do we temporarily, and I got all those road tiles and I've not even used them. Temporarily, we're going to put these pink ones on there, which is maybe not the best idea. It's going to cause lots of congestion problems. We said about separating these dark blues as well. So, tempted to put like a road in here. That's a temporary problem. They're just getting caught up. Right, let's separate these networks then. We don't want them mingling really. Okay, so there's 3 houses for that one, a few for that one, and there's a link there in case I want to reconnect them. I think that's all okay. This is not ideal. I'd love to separate that, so that's probably my next mission. I can't see a way of doing it, really. Can anyone spot a way of connecting that pink to pink houses without sharing a network? Because we really don't want to be sharing a network. If need be, I can just turn those houses around if demand gets really bad. But I'm now worried that I'm causing congestion for purple. Yeah, might have to see how that plays out. I'm very concerned that I've only got like a couple of blue houses in there. It's coping, but it's only just coping. I'd like more in there really, but could do with more motorways. Have I used all my motorways wisely, do you think? Is there any way you would use them differently? Oh, look, we've got another one. So transaction 12 is... What is that? Oh, so it's 40p that I spent. I guess this was in Mablethorpe, so I think me and my partner just had a day out to the seaside, went to Mablethorpe, lovely British beach if you're not familiar with it. Not a very busy one, which is what a lot of people quite like about it. The town itself can get fairly busy, but the beach, yeah, the beach can get busy too. But I needed to use the toilet, and most public toilets now you have to pay for, so I paid 40p to use a public toilet. Right. Okay, this is looking rosy. I'm very close to my high score and everything's chill, so I'm probably going to jinx it, but I feel very safe about getting a higher score. Was it wise to play in Tokyo? I don't know. I was already in the top 15%, wasn't I? So, gosh, am I going to get in the top 1? I mean, I doubt it. I very much doubt it. Let's see. Right. The biggest upgrade I want to make, I've got a motorway. I should be separating these colours. And because I've got the road tiles, so I'm trying to think the best way. Thinking of ways I can improve all of this. So if I put a weird little junction in there for those and make that pink go round that way, and then I want to motorway pink to over here really. If I make it go like that, it's not going to look very pretty, but it will do the job. Those 3 houses are going to support that. Oh, that does look quite pretty actually. It's a lot better than I was expecting. So now we can completely separate those. I'm going to send these pinks back in this direction and actually connect them onto that network. Was that wise? Right, any other improvements I can make? I mean, I really want to separate those, didn't I? So they're not like on the same network. It's flowing fine though. I'm really surprised how well that's flowing. Look, my roundabout's definitely doing its purpose, which is great. That's the only roundabout I've used, isn't it? I've got one at my disposal, but I don't think there's anywhere I actually need it. I mean, I could put one over here to let them flow into both these businesses, but I've been so surprised, motorway, yes please, at how well that's been doing. So would it make sense now to use the motorway for these ones? I think so. So I think instinct is telling me because this one's busier to use the motorway for those, and because there's more houses on this arm of the roundabout than that one, I'm very tempted to use all of those houses for the circular business. Don't know if this is wise or not. We'll find out. Like that. And then for this one, I don't know if we even need... Oh, damn. I did not mean to do that. I don't want it on that network. So it needs to go slightly round. It will let us. Maybe like this. Okay. And how many are on there? I can't quite see. 3, which is not ideal. And we don't need that roundabout now. Unless I'm going to pinch some from there, which might be wise, because will 3 be enough considering it's got such a long commute? I mean, a motorway in there would be great. That'll make the commute nice and short. But I think that's the colour that I'm most concerned about. And look, I think I've beat my high score already. What was it? 2,000 and something. Just these little tweaks that I can make. And gosh, one of my loyal supporters was on about getting scores of like 6,000 or 7,000. That just feels so unreachable. Yeah, they're starting to use the motorway, so hopefully that will catch up. I'm hoping that was an improvement made just at the right time. We will see. So I've got an abundance of road tiles at the minute. Is there anything I've sort of not connected, which I probably should? I mean, I don't need that connecting. This is doing all its catch-up work, isn't it? Maybe that's why. Temporary problem. It'd be really interesting to see if those 3 houses can support that business, because that is a concern. Should I maybe like pinch you, make it 4 houses? And we don't need that roundabout in there. Do I leave it in just in case for later? I don't know. Right. that light blue one struggling. It's only got 2 houses, so I've got a light blue community down here, but I'd like to motorway it really, and that one's at fairly max capacity too. So I need to do something because it's struggling and I can't leave it. I need to be proactive. So could I steal a motorway from anywhere? Not really. Although I'm seeing a fix, which is not a great fix, but it would do the job. This might cause absolute carnage. I'm going to connect all these blue houses into this network. So maybe you can see what I'm going to do. Can you see what I'm going to do? This is going to cause absolute chaos. Absolute chaos. And I've been signed out of my bank account. I've not been saying transactions, have I? And I don't know if anyone cares. I just thought it would be something different to make it a bit more interesting. Oh dear, that's the problem. That's the massive problem. And obviously I'd love to fix it. Yeah, they're all going to come to the rescue now. Hopefully they'll get there in time. It's going to cause... Oh no. So they're now going on that network too. Oh dear, it's just going to be absolutely chaotic. I could put a roundabout in. I'd like to separate the colours really. I mean, should we see what upgrade we get? And yeah, that one's a catch-up problem. It's because I've messed about with the network. Look, they're all on the way. So hopefully that will survive fine. So, blue and lilac, my biggest concerns. I've noticed that's struggling. It's only got 1 house. So that's just survived. Hopefully that will have caught up now. This one, I'm not sure about that one. There's plenty of houses connected, but it's a congestion problem. There's going to be a lot of congestion on that network. So at least I've spotted it and hopefully can fix it. Oh, another light blue. I don't know where to put that though. I really need it for that one. It'll just make them cross over. I really don't want the colours mixed together. Oh, and that's not really helping me. So out of those options, I'm going to go bridge. I wanted a motorway. I really wanted a motorway. And I didn't see what week that was, so I don't know what transactions I've got to tell you about. Should I just wing it, or should I see if we survive another week? So I'm at 2,500. I've definitely got a high score. And I just knew playing this, like, because I've only played it a couple of times, and I can remember like what I've got stuck on. It's with the colours mixing together like this. I'm going to regret mixing them together. So I need to think, is there a motorway I can steal from somewhere? I mean, look how well that's caught up with its motorway, but I think that needs a motorway, that circular one. Oh, I need to do something about this. 1 house is not working. I'll just do something like that. There's one there sat not doing anything, so can you come and help as well? I don't know if that's going to solve the problem. And we don't need that on that network, so let's separate those colours. Okay. It's getting intense. How long till game over? So that light blue survived, interestingly, and it's coping okay, even with the taking turns. I don't like that they're supporting that business. So yeah, it really could do with separating them, stop that happening. I think that light blue will catch up now. It's got 3 houses on the network. I didn't even see that, so apologies if you saw that and I didn't. It's crazy how much you see when you're not playing. That should be fine as a circle, I think. It's got all these houses, hasn't it? Can I connect that one with a bridge? Around here. I'm going to put it there just so the junction's not too busy. I think it's not even calling from it, so that's a nice little isolated network, that one. Very nice little isolated network. Purple's quite busy. There's loads of houses available though, cars even. I don't know why I keep saying houses, I mean cars. Light blue's getting busy. Is it a surge problem maybe? Ooh, lots of things spawning everywhere. I'm glad that's there. Can't really see what else spawned. I'm glad that these are all lilacs and there's not other colours. That's just a congestion problem. Well, not even congestion, it's the commute. It's a long commute for them. Light blue, I think that'll survive. So I think we're just getting to a surge point. And look, I'm nearly at 3,000 pins. That's so good. This one is a concern. There's only 3 houses on that network. I really don't want to mix them together because then it will cause all sorts of problems. I might have to. I really don't want to. I really don't want to, but I'm not sure that'll survive, and I need it to survive. I think I'm going to have to connect these networks together, and that is just going to cause absolute chaos. Oh lord, I'm going to regret this. So I think this is going to be my game over one. They're genuinely not going to get there in time. This is just pointless at this point. Can you see any improvement I can make? I mean, shall I think rationally about my motorways? Right, let's do them in order, chronologically. So, motorway 1, is it needed? I think so. Yes. Motorway 2, is it needed? Yes. Motorway 3, is it needed? Is there any way around that? Not really, I don't think so. It's needed. Motorway 4, where is motorway 4? Right there. So, is that needed? Yes. Motorway 5, needed. Although I feel like that could be placed so much better to stop all this mixing together. But if I move it, is it going to just make me lose the game? Because we know what it does when I move motorways. So the only other thing I'm thinking, I've got traffic lights that might benefit me a tiny bit, improving this junction a bit. So I can do that. And traffic lights, or even roundabout. Roundabouts flow better, but there's not enough room. Oh, that is annoying, that is annoying. I mean, I could roundabout in here. That would help all that flow a bit better, so why not? Roundabout somewhere up here. Yeah, that would be a good place to put it. So what I'm going to do then, we've got a non-perpendicular outflow. Let's have perpendicular inflow for the motorway. We're going to put these... You can be on a... I don't know if that's wise. We'll find out. I think I can move that. Does that benefit me at all? I don't want to move the motorway, that'll cause a problem. I don't know if any of this makes sense at all. I really have no idea. I feel like a roundabout in there made sense though, but then again, the time it's going to take it to spawn in, am I going to regret it? So we've got all those pinks flowing in there. Oh, that's an awful junction. That's an awful junction. So do I put it on here with traffic lights? Oh, this just seems ridiculous. And I think it's just going to be game over before I even get anywhere. I'm tempted to put that there and traffic lights on that junction. Don't think they're needed. I'm not sure they're needed. Oh, another pink. Okay. It's the blue, the light blue. But now, are they going to... Yeah, straight on the roundabout. Good. But are they going to get there in time for this blue one? And you, I don't know why you're struggling. Has it got all... Is it a max capacity? Right. Put some more houses in then. To that one. Might as well connect them all, right? All those houses that are not being used. Right, so it's got enough houses now. I didn't see that. So if I die because of that one, I'll be fuming. But the blue one, I feel like I can't do a lot. I've checked my motorways. I can't use any from anywhere, so... Light blue is my worry. I think this one might catch up now. I've connected more houses in. Because it should flow freely. This junction's a bit of a concern. I wonder if I could traffic light it, maybe. Oh, okay. Why are you struggling? You've got 4 houses and you're a completely isolated network. Like, what? Just get on with it. Oh, it's so close. It's going to be a blue one. It's going to be a blue one. I think it'll be a blue one. Why is that one struggling? Why? You've literally got a motorway again, isolated network. Like, what? So this one, look, it's this one. It's that one. Yeah. Annoying. Right, but I did get a high score. I wasn't even looking at my high score. So 3,199. Let's see where that puts me on the leaderboard. Where is it going to be? I've really improved that score. I'm quite proud of that. Top 10%. Okay, I'll take it. And if you look at the distribution, like most people are sort of sat around there. Okay. Which I'm struggling to work out what number that'd be, but what, about 1,000 maybe? So about 1,000. And it dips off really fast. And there's a bit of a peak here as well. So I've beat that peak. And then, yeah. So I don't know. Do you want to see more attempts in Tokyo? Do you want to hear more of my transactions? Feedback is more than welcome. Is there any way you would have changed my network to make it better? I'll be really interested to know. Should I be pumping out mini motorways videos? Should I be splitting it between mini motorways and Minecraft? I don't know. So let's see what we do in the next video. I'm way ahead with mini motorways recordings at the minute. It's just whether I keep going with those or switch over to Minecraft. I don't know. But anyway, hope you enjoyed my video. And yeah, hope to see you again soon for some more mini motorways. Au revoir.